You thought horror games were pure fiction? Think again, Spooky Squad, because today we're diving headfirst into the pixelated abyss where real-life nightmares become gameplay. Yup, it turns out some of your favorite survival horror titles were actually inspired by true crime, historical atrocities, and real-world mysteries. So buckle up, dim the lights, and maybe check if your closet door is actually shut. This is BitCrush, and here are 7 horror games that took their terror straight from reality.
No tutorials, no mercy, just BitCrush.
Welcome to BitCrush, the cry, where your save file cries for help.
The town of Silent Hill. Let's kick it off with the one and only Silent Hill. You might think it's just fog, cults, and psychological torment, but here's the twist. The entire creepy town was inspired by a real place, Centralia, Pennsylvania. This was a mining town where an underground coal fire started burning in 1962, and it's still going. Toxic gas, sinkholes, abandoned homes. Centralia became a ghost town, and it was so hellish that it made the perfect blueprint for Konami's psychological horror masterpiece. So next time you're wandering through the fog in Silent Hill, remember, someone actually lived through a version of that. Minus Pyramid Head, hopefully.
But it's all over now. I don't need you anymore. I'm ready. Mary?
Fatal Frame's creepy camera history. Imagine fighting off ghosts with a camera. That's Fatal Frame, or as it's called in Japan, Project Zero. Sounds fantastical, right? Well, the developers were inspired by multiple real-world ghost stories and urban legends in Japan. One of the spookiest? The Himuro Mansion. According to local legend, this real-life mansion was the site of brutal occult rituals, including the infamous strangling ritual. While historians have questioned the mansion's existence, the myth is so well known that it fueled the haunted vibes of Fatal Frame. Whether real or not, it's enough to make us unplug our ring lights for a while.
大切な何かを置いてきた。思い出したくない。早くここから出ないと。
Outlast and the Horrors of MK Ultra. Now let's talk about Outlast, the game that made everyone afraid of camcorders and mental asylums. The story of Mount Massive Asylum and its horrifying experiments is rooted in a real government program, Project MK Ultra. This CIA operation, active from the 1950s to the 70s, conducted illegal mind control experiments on American citizens. Think LSD, sleep deprivation, and other charming violations of human rights. Murkoff Corporation may be fictional, but its foundation in real-life paranoia and experimentation makes Outlast 10 times more disturbing. Suddenly, running down those dark hallways doesn't seem so far-fetched, does it? Manhunt and the snarky snare of real violence. Manhunt, Rockstar's most controversial love letter to ultra-violence, was banned in multiple countries and even blamed for inspiring real-life crimes. While the premise of the game isn't pulled from a single true story, it absolutely reflects society's obsession with snuff films and hidden brutality. It's inspired by the grim urban legend of underground death videos and society's moral panic over violence in media. It even drew comparisons to the 2004 UK murder of Stefan Pekira, though no solid link was ever confirmed. Still, Manhunt isn't just edgy for the sake of it. It's a grim mirror of the real-world debate about where entertainment ends and obscenity begins. Killswitch, the game that erased itself. Okay, so Killswitch might be a digital ghost story more than a confirmed historical event, but it deserves a slot here for sheer creep factor. The legend goes, a Soviet-made PC game from the 1980s that would delete itself from your hard drive once completed. No one's ever found a copy that survived. Urban legend, ARG, government psyop, who knows? But it's exactly the kind of creepy tale that defines indie horror culture, and it shows how games themselves can become part of modern folklore. Basically, it's the Slender Man of software. Neverending Nightmares and Personal Demons.
What? What's going on?
Here's one that hits close to home. Neverending Nightmares is based directly on the mental health struggles of its developer, Matt Gilgenbach. Everything, from the oppressive black and white art style to the looping gameplay, was designed to reflect Matt's experience with OCD and depression. It's a powerful example of horror used not just to scare, but to share something deeply personal. And trust us, navigating endless corridors of your own anxiety hits way harder than any jump scare.
What are you talking about?
I thought...
Oh God, please.
The Suffering and the Spirit of Alcatraz.
Something dark and unspeakable left you deeply scarred. Spread farther than you ever could have imagined.
The Suffering throws you into a haunted prison overrun with grotesque monsters. And while that might seem purely fictional, the game drew from the real-world horrors of incarceration, especially at infamous prisons like Alcatraz. With themes of psychological trauma, guilt, and revenge, the game blends supernatural horror with very real critiques of the prison system. It's horror with a conscience and a body count.
The Suffering, Ties That Bind. Coming fall 2005. This title is not yet rated.
So there you have it, 7 horror games that prove sometimes the scariest monsters aren't made up. They're just lightly fictionalized. Whether it's mind control, haunted towns, or your own inner demons, these games remind us that reality is the true final boss. If you like this video, do this spooky thing and smash that like button like it's trying to jump scare you. Subscribe for more bone-chilling breakdowns, gaming legends, and unapologetic chaos. And hey, drop a comment below if you've played any of these, or if your hard drive ever deleted a game by itself. Stay freaky. This is BitCrush.